All right, here we are. I'm going to show you how to get my favorite wheel covers, these Halo Black, these new Cybertrack Halodisc 2 wheel covers onto a non-Tesla wheel. These just happen to be Konig Oversteers, but the same concept will really apply to any wheel where the diameter of this center of the wheel here is too big. These bearings need to be able to lock in, so it can't be too much bigger than the diameter of this here, and these are. So if you pop this off, you can see that this just, you know, it's just way too big, this opening. All the Tesla wheels will work with this. Okay, so what I did was create a custom washer right here. Ta-da! Check this out. I had a new best friend make a aluminum washer with my specifications here that work for here. This inside diameter is just a little bit bigger than here. I think this is 51.5 millimeters if I remember right, and it gives just a little bit of clearance here, maybe, I don't know, half a millimeter or maybe a millimeter, I can't remember. And it just thoroughly then locks in with these bearings, and you can easily take it out. So with that set, then I got the diameter of this, which actually I can't remember what I measured this at exactly, and there's a little bit of a taper here at the end. It's curved up. I didn't really care. It didn't need to get all the way flush back there. It turns out there's enough clearance. So I made it, I can't remember. I'll put the dimensions on the screen. I don't remember the dimensions I specified for the outer diameter, but it just fits in there. And I was going to like tape it in or do something to like keep it in, but I don't really know if I have to. The hub for the brake disc is there, and this might, you know, this could come loose and it could move a little bit, but not much. I can't imagine it's going to really jiggle around. If I have the wheel covers on, it's definitely not going to be jiggling around, but I don't think it's going to be making really any noise. But I was going to like double-sided tape or something in there just to kind of put it in place. I could probably tap it in there. Like I said, it's tapered. Maybe it'll probably just come loose, but I'll find out. I'll see if it does happen to start, if it starts moving around without it being you know, more stabilized without the wheel cover on. But anyway, you can see there's a little bit of a gap here, again because of that taper, but it really doesn't matter. I didn't need that amount of clearance with this in there. I don't really need any more clearance here. The ring goes around there, you know, the hub ring on the brake disc. So it's fine where it is. I didn't need to get fancy with it. And this will allow me to now lock this in place just like a Tesla wheel and put the wheel cover on there. So like I said, I created a step file that he used with a CNC machine to create these. This is almost, it's, you know, it's not that critical. This is not putting that much pressure on. It's not going to blow through something like this. This is still plenty. Probably could have cut that in half and it still would have worked. And it's aluminum, so you know it's not going to rust or anything like that. Super lightweight. This technique can be duplicated for pretty much, you know, any wheel as far as I know. I have another Konig wheel. Let me show you. So this is a Konig Hypergram, and it turns out that opening there, the center hub opening, is actually works. It's the same diameter as a Tesla wheel, so the center locks work on there. So I didn't have to do anything with that. And now with the H1, H2, with the different locking hub options and that washer they give, this definitely doesn't have a problem. It'll work for sure. But yeah, it really just depends on the wheel that you have.